today we're talking about logos in PhotoScape X and how to make them, alter them, edit them, and then also maybe wrapping text and some other questions that I've gotten recently on my YouTube channel. So let's begin. We have over here a custom graphic that I made for a video recently. This was on the Spot Heal tool in PhotoScape X in the editor. If you were to look up some different tools in here, you have that Spot Heal brush tool, but the icon's so small and to blow it up onto a thumbnail is going to be super grainy and not look as professional. So I thought, hey, how about I try my hand at how well I could make a graphic in PhotoScape X. Now, this turned out pretty okay. It didn't do too bad. Now, let me show you the process of how to make this. I'm just going to paste this over here, and we're going to start a new here. I'm just going to paste this in. And now this has already been fully made and all this good stuff, so it's not a problem. So you have this. How did I make it? Let me show you. So first of all, we take a circle. We're going to make it to the size that we want it, and we're going to see those blue guidelines on the side when it shows us that it is a perfect circle. We're going to increase that thickness to where we want it to be. And then we're going to, with that outline, let's have that selected, and we're going to decrease that outline to where we want it. So get to where you want it to be. I think we're going to go a lot thicker this time than last time. Now the question is, how do you cover up this section of your image? Well, here's what I do. Because you got to make that opening over here. How do you do it? Well, unless if there's a way that I can... Well, actually, let me think about this. If I select a color, but I turn the opacity down to 0, it actually... No. It would have to superimpose, but then be opacity. Never mind. I'll have to keep thinking about the best way to do this, but nonetheless, what I do, I would select something... a real simple color like green. Think of like a green screen or something. And we're going to green screen that out at the end. And that's a real simple process in the color, in the cutout tab. So don't be too afraid about that. So we're going to get this in here. And actually, we could line it up with the guidelines to hopefully be right where you want it to be. So and we'll decrease that size to right where we want it. Okay, cool. So we got that. Very nice. Next, we're going to make the brush head. Whoopsie, it still looks really weird. Okay. Gonna get that color back to where we want it. Sounds good. Just gonna draw that in here. And yeah, it's really easy if you have it side by side, or if you have, maybe if you drew it out or something, that can be helpful as well. To kind of keep some kind of guidelines and stuff on there. Okay, so we've got that there. Then, you gotta keep your borders looking okay. Unfortunately, I gotta move some of this stuff around here. Select all this stuff. Drag it over. Whoopsie. Select everything and drag it all over. Okay. Now I can go up here and go to line. Get my color right. Make sure my thickness isn't super crazy. And we'll just drop this in here. Looks pretty good. We'll duplicate over, dropping this on this side. Cool. So we got that good. Looks pretty nice. Then we got this circle thing in here. This is kind of the part that needed a little bit of custom stuff done to it. We're going to get a circle to begin with. And we're going to get our color that we are selecting. Going to bring this in. Drop that right in there. Then we're going to go select a line. I'm going to pull that across and decrease that thickness there to where we want it. I'm going to pull this right across here. Then, to save us some time, we're going to push this back so it's back a bit and see if that's where we want it to end up. All right, so we have those things done. In just about, 3 or 4 minutes, we were able to recreate what we had over here with this logo. Wasn't anything too super complicated, and it works out pretty good. Green screen is going to get removed at the end, and then down here, we're going to fix that as well. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to remove this. I'm going to turn back on my borders just so I can see that pretty easily. Okay. Then what we'll do is we'll zoom in here, and we'll need to remove this. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to go to layers, I'm going to go to merge, and we're going to merge all the layers together. So now they are all layered together. I'm going to zoom in on this right here. And we're going to go over here to tools, going to go to draw, select our color, and then I'm going to draw out this black line. And I'm going to make sure my strength is plenty high on this. Cool. Nice. Cool. I like it. It looks okay. Maybe I could undo that last brush stroke or something. Nope. Gonna have to redo the entire thing. Okay. But yeah, you can spend as much time as you want on that last little curve, but I think that'll be okay for me for now. And then I'm going to right click on here, hit copy to clipboard, bring that over to the cutout tab. I'm going to remove this in here. Can we just hit remove? Okay. Not that. Open from clipboard. You got it in here. Now, in the magic eraser, I can go over here with my tolerance set to 100, so it removes everything possible. We can remove that green. And for whatever reason, it still leaves a little bit behind, and I think that's really silly. It's like, it's green. It should be removed. Nonetheless, we can zoom in here and try to remove some of that green. But if we zoom out in the image, you're not going to be able to really tell that at the end of it. Nonetheless, so you have that done. We can go back to copy and we can paste it back into here. Personally, I would go and save this as a project file just so I can have all this stuff to be able to use later. But because I'm pretty happy with where we're at, we're just going to paste this in, and I'm going to make sure my scale's at 100. And there you have it right there. You have your logo. It's all in there. It's able to be moved and changed and things like that. And it's something that didn't take too long. Now, for more complicated things or stuff like that, you might have some different ideas. Now, let's hop over to text and see how we can wrap some text. So we got text here. Simple, basic. Your friend is going to be transformed down here, but it's also going to be partially your enemy because it doesn't have full functionality, but it has some cool stuff that it can do. So in your transform tab, you have these blue circles where you're able to move it, and it adjusts the angle of what you're doing, which is really cool, and I really like that. But the problem with it is that it can only adjust so much, and these blue squares, those don't allow you to have full control over what you're doing. So that's unfortunate. So yes, there are different tools in here, different ways. And over here in the selection tab, there's a lot of different stuff. So you can go with a fish. You can go with a gradient upper. You can go with an amplify. You can go with flag even. Kind of neat. Squeeze. But these 5 over here, talking about arch and circles, things like that, that's what's going to be the most helpful for you. So we have this one, which is arch. And for just a small amount of text, I think it works really well. When you get into using a lot of text, it can be a little more challenging. So we can stretch this out. We can put this in. And what I wanted to do was I want to write spot heal, because that's the tool that we're working on. So I wanted to make it pretty large. I want to wrap it around. Okay. And then if I'm over here, I can move some of these blue kind kind of keyframes, or however you want to, whatever you'd like to call them. Able to get them to where you want them to be. I'm gonna move this a little to the side so we can see how this goes. But yeah, it's not perfect. Photoshop will run circles around this type of a process, but as far as for a free option, this works fairly well, all things considered. So yeah, depends on what you guys are doing, depends on what kind of project you're working on. But yeah, you could do something like this to improve what you're doing. There are some other things in here that I would encourage you guys to look at. Circle is an interesting one, where if you actually change the, not inner radius, but the angle, you can make it work kind of in a similar way. Let's see. And because you're able to change that inner radius, it can really kind of help to not make it look too extreme. Working on it, trying. Also, one thing that's kind of tough is I didn't find any great ways if you were trying to wrap it from the bottom of a project. It's more for over the top. So unfortunately, there's not a ton of customizability. Unfortunately, PhotoScape X isn't like made for this type of stuff. But I think this is one of those moments where if you were going to do more graphic design type stuff, this is something where there's other softwares out there that might be able to work better. But yeah, just to give you guys the example of how this could look, that's kind of the example that I would encourage you to do. If you're wanting to get really good at something like this, what I would encourage you guys to do is to work on a few other projects. So like, let's say I have the Nike logo right here, or the Callaway logo right here, or the Apple logo right here, something like that. Put those, just drop those into the editor, and then try to recreate them and see how you do, what's the process, stuff like that. And trying to export it as a PNG file where you're going to have that transparency wherever, so you'll be able to drop this onto whatever you're using in the future. I think it can be really helpful. But nonetheless, you guys, that's just a little bit of how I would work with some logos or some branding and things like that. And let me know what kind of softwares or online options that you guys have found that might be able to auto-generate or be able to make an easier process of making these type of edits. But yes, I'm totally free game for any of your questions or suggestions down below. So you guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.